Oh, big one.
Yep, she's there, isn't she?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Shut us down right there. I'll try to grab hold of a couple of these branches so we don't drift out and away. But that's her nest right there also. And it's kind of funny because this particular gator, you won't see her in the morning, but then in the afternoon, as the afternoon progresses and the sun shoots over the west, it provides her pretty good shade back there, so she'll stay put right where you see her there. Or, best case scenario, turtles have been trying to come up and lay their eggs inside of her nest. She don't like that. She's very, very protective of that nest. So what the turtles do is they'll scoot up, they'll go in there, and the minute they come anywhere near that nest, even if she's not near it, she can sense their vibration. They can detect vibration underwater up to a half a mile away. And she will come out and shoo them away. Now, her primary food sources are fish, turtles, and birds. So if I was a turtle, that's kind of a risky proposition. I mean, granted, it's the best protector you're going to have for your eggs, but, you know, you're kind of rolling the dice and you're hoping you're a little faster than she is. Now, all this vegetation you see right here, this is actually floating. So it's kind of deceiving because you would think you'd be able to get out and walk across this. You might for a little while, but then you may hit a few spots that you'll just go crashing right through. And then, of course, if you're anywhere near the nest when that happens, guess who's coming to greet you? Mama. And they don't have a sense of humor when it comes to the babies or the nest. They allow the babies to stay. She'll kind of stay close to them for about the first year. And even then, you still have a high mortality rate on the little ones. After that, she kind of, I've seen them up to about 2 foot long or 2 years old sticking around by where mom is. And she'll continue to nest every single year. But if the older ones give the new ones a hard time, then she gives them their walking papers and they've got to go. But for the most part, they provide their own food. The little ones go out and hunt almost immediately. They're out here looking for little frogs, little fish, bite-sized stuff for the most part. You take mama in consideration for that, she'll go 2 to 3 weeks without having to eat at all. And then in the colder months, they can go 2 to 3 months without having to eat.
Do they breed all year round?
No, it's March to April is the breeding season. June to July is the nesting starting, and then the entire nesting incubation period goes till about the end of August, beginning of September. So it's one time a year. And I'll be totally honest with you, with that being said, I'm even not so sure that it is just once a year, because I've come out here at different times and I've seen babies that look like they're only about 2 weeks old, end of December, beginning of January, and it leaves you wondering, I mean, is it possible that they do breed outside of that one time?
Yeah.
Sure, it's possible. There's no telling. But common rule, though, is March, April breed, June, July nest, August, September babies.
Have you ever seen the babies then? You've seen them come out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the end of August, beginning of September. Wow. Matter of fact, not too far from where we just were at the other nest, 2 years ago, there was another about a 7 or 8 foot female that nested there. And we happened to come up just as she was digging the eggs out of the nest. And the babies, oh, it was too cool. Because, I mean, literally, I was just from here to there away from the nest, and she didn't care.
Yeah.
So I was right on top. I got some good pictures of them just as they were starting to pop with some of the broken eggs in the background. Really cool. You just got to be in the right place at the right time. And you'll usually know, because even from here, when those little ones start hatching, when they start chirping, you'll hear them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's loud. You'll hear it. So you'll just know, okay, it's time, Mama, let's get going. All right, now we'll go ahead and put the air conditioner back on for you in the meantime. Then we'll cruise along.
I know.
Airboat rides, and we got to see 2 alligators. It was so awesome. We saw some nests. So, John, how long have you been doing this?
I've been with the company here since 2008.
Oh, really? And what is the coolest thing that you've ever seen while taking people out?
One of the coolest things and one of the rare items is coming around a corner and actually finding an alligator feeding, because they do it so infrequently that just coming around and finding that happening is pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what other kind of cool experiences can you tell us about when you're out riding the boat?
Well, I mean, first of all, the star of the show ultimately is the wildlife. So you just every ride, every day, every week is going to be completely different. And we have everything ranging out here from otters to gators to turtles to bald eagles too. We've even got a couple of birds out here called Everglades snail kites that are right now on the threatened species list. There's only about 1,200 of them left, and they're pretty rare to find.
Cool.
Yep.
So what does it take to become an airboat captain?
Well, first you have to put in the proper time, and then you have to acquire the license. You are required to have a master's license, minimum of 25 tons to run a boat this size. And just put your time in and learn your basic navigation and seamanship skills. And then once you get on these, it's completely different than any other boat you'll ever run.
Oh, yeah.
There's no reverse, there's no keel, so a lot of what you're doing, as you saw, was we slide a lot. So it's basically a controlled slide.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, John, for your time, and I appreciate it. We had a blast. I'm going to tip my guide because he was amazing.
Thank you.
And he did a wonderful job.
Pleasure
So
was
thank
all
you so
mine.
much,
Thank you for
John.
coming out and taking the ride.
Thank you.
You're welcome.